Welcome back to Under Par Acres. We've been having a ton of fun out here lately, and we are playing a lot of golf. And we're having competitions just about every day, whether it's a putting contest or playing the entire hole. And sometimes all the kids tag along and either play with me and Wilson or pretend they're our caddy. While we've worked really hard over the course of the last year to get the golf conditions in great shape, now it's time we shift our focus over to the house where we've got to do some serious landscaping. We recently had the final grading completed around the house, and now we've got to come in and we've got to get some plants in and some pine straw, and we've got to make this thing really pop. Before the grading was done, we had the team come back out and dig trenches and bury pipes underground so that all the water that comes off the house into the gutters goes through the downspouts, through the pipes, and all the way into the woods. And the goal with this, as well as the grading, is to keep the water as far away from the house as possible so we can try to keep it nice and dry. Next up, we had 5 dump truck loads of screened topsoil delivered, as this is what they were going to use to spread around the house. And when I saw how good the topsoil looked, I realized this may be exactly what I need to have in the fall to spread out amongst the yard to make the grass grow thicker. We had the same team that did a great job with our driveway and sidewalk come back out to spread the topsoil around the house, and they're grading with the idea that everything slopes away from the house so that rainwater runs to the woods. The day after they were finished, we had yet another very hard rain, which put everything to the ultimate test. And I was very pleased to see that everything worked as designed and the water ran away from the house and to the woods. And sure enough, just one day after the rain, with good sunshine, everything around the house was nice and dry. With the drainage and the grading done, it was now time that we get in here and we get to work on landscaping. We've got to get plants in and pine straw as well as seed, and I really want the backyard to be lush and green and a great place to play. To get started, I'm going to get the old Mahindra tractor out with the box blade, and I'm just going to drive over and I'm going to smooth out everything around the house. And for any of the spots that we can't get the tractor to, Wilson and I just got out some landscape rakes and we did it all by hand. Next up, we bought in 16 boxwoods and 18 azaleas, and we start spreading them out all over the place. At this point, we had all hands on deck, with the kids helping, myself helping, and mommy helping. While mommy and the kids were busy digging holes and getting all the plants in the ground, I went around the entire house with a no-dig landscape edging, as this is going to be the barrier that separates where the pine straw goes and where we grow the grass. And I've worked with this edging before and really like it because you don't have to dig trenches and it's really easy to use. All you have to do is lay it out and then use landscape nails to secure it in the ground. Erica and the kids were making great progress, and when I got done with the landscape edger, I came around to help out as well. At this point, we had it down to an assembly line-like process, and we were working about as efficient as we possibly could. Once we were finished and had all the plants in the ground, it was time to get pine straw in to make it look nice. Fortunately, we had a load of pine straw and wheat straw delivered earlier that day, so now it's time for me and the boys to start spreading it. The pine straw is the final piece that makes things really start to look nice and stand out. And we're only going to do in front of the house this weekend, but we'll go around the rest of the house very soon to get it complete. While spreading pine straw is not the most enjoyable job in the world, the kids really worked hard at it, and they had a lot of fun, and they really enjoyed getting to see the final product. The next day, it was time to start preparing to get grass seed in, and so I went around the entire area of dirt with a pull behind drag to really try to get it smoothed out. I was using a large pallet that we had left over from the home build, and while it worked well, it worked better the last time when I had some fencing stapled underneath it. Once complete, I got a 50-pound bag of tall fescue seed, and we're going to fill up our spreaders and get this stuff spread out. I went around the edges with the broadcast spreader, but then I brought out the big gun so I could spread it at a much higher rate. Finally, I spread some wheat straw around the backyard where I really want to get the grass looking good. Once we were all finished up, we did what we almost always do on a Sunday afternoon, and we had a little friendly competition amongst the boys on the backyard golf hole. And as always, Walker was dressed to impress. While the boys were having intense competitions on the golf hole, the girls were sitting back and relaxing on a Sunday afternoon on the front porch swing. We got a lot of great work done this weekend. There's still a lot more to go, but things are really starting to look good at the farmhouse. We got the backyard area nice and cleaned up and ready to build a chicken coop as we officially have some new friends. Thanks everybody for watching, and we will see you soon.